The Cleveland Browns haven't won a championship in over 60 years. The Detroit Lions went decades without a single playoff victory. The Jacksonville Jaguars lose more games than they win year after year. And yet, every single one of these franchises is worth over $2 billion. How does a team that disappoints its fans for generations still print money like the Federal Reserve? Most people think NFL teams make money by winning games. That's wrong. Winning helps, but it's optional. In the next 15 minutes, you're going to learn the real business model behind the NFL, how teams turn losses into profits, how billionaires use bad franchises as money printing machines, and why the system is designed so that losing doesn't mean losing. This isn't about football. This is about understanding the most powerful monopoly in American sports. Part 1. The revenue-sharing machine. Let's start with the biggest secret in sports. The NFL splits almost everything. Every team in the league shares national television revenue equally. It doesn't matter if you're the Kansas City Chiefs or the Carolina Panthers. You get the same cut. The current TV deals are worth about $13 billion per year. That's roughly $400 million per team, every single year before a single ticket is sold. Think about that. A team could lose every game, fire every coach, trade every star player, and still collect $400 million from the league. This is the foundation. The NFL didn't build a sports league, they built a cartel, a legal monopoly with a guaranteed income floor that no other business on earth enjoys. Losing teams don't lose revenue, they just collect their check. Part 2. The stadium scam. Now let's talk about the second lever, stadiums. Most fans think stadiums are where teams spend money. Wrong again. Stadiums are where teams extract money from taxpayers. Here's how it works. An owner threatens to move the team unless the city builds them a new stadium. The city panics, fans panic, politicians panic. So the city agrees to pay anywhere from $500 million to over $1 billion in public funding. The owner kicks in some money to look generous, but the majority comes from taxpayers. Now the owner has a brand new billion-dollar asset. They didn't pay for it, you did. And here's the kicker. The owner keeps most of the revenue generated inside that stadium. Ticket sales, concessions, luxury suites, naming rights. The public paid for the building, the billionaire keeps the profits. The Las Vegas Raiders Stadium cost $2 billion. The public contributed $750 million. The Los Angeles Rams Stadium cost $5 billion. The team financed it privately, but they're sitting on the most valuable real estate in the league. Even losing teams can leverage stadium deals to generate hundreds of millions of dollars in asset value and annual revenue. You don't need to win games to win stadium negotiations. Part 3. The luxury suite economy. Let's zoom into one piece of the stadium revenue. Luxury suites. These aren't for regular fans, they're for corporations. A single luxury suite in an NFL stadium can cost $200,000 to $500,000 per season. And these suites sell out, even in cities with terrible teams. Why? Because corporations don't care about the score, they care about the tax write-off. Businesses use these suites to entertain clients, close deals, and network. The cost is a business expense, it's deductible. The NFL figured out how to turn football into a corporate tax shelter. A team like the New York Jets can go years without winning and still sell out every suite at MetLife Stadium. The clients aren't there to watch football, they're there to do business. Losing doesn't hurt suite sales, it's almost irrelevant. Part 4. Merchandise and licensing. Here's another trick. Merchandise. Most fans think buying a jersey supports their favorite team. Kind of, but not really. The NFL operates a league-wide licensing and merchandise program. All jersey sales, hats, and gear are pooled together. Then, the revenue is split equally among all 32 teams. So when you buy a Patrick Mahomes jersey, the Chiefs don't get all that money. They get 1/32 of all NFL merchandise revenue. And so does every other team, even the ones you've never heard of. This system protects small market teams. It guarantees that even franchises with no star power still get a cut of league-wide merchandise sales. The Tennessee Titans might not sell many jerseys, but they still cash in when the Cowboys, Chiefs, and Eagles dominate the sales charts. Losing teams ride the wave of popular teams. It's another layer of protection built into the monopoly. Part 5. The Salary Cap Safety Net. Now, let's talk about the salary cap. This is where the NFL's business model becomes genius. Every team has the same salary cap. Right now, it's around $225 million per year. That means a team in Green Bay has the same spending limit as a team in New York. Big market, small market, doesn't matter. Same cap. This levels the playing field, but more importantly, it controls costs. Owners don't have to outspend each other to compete. There's a ceiling. And here's the beautiful part for ownership. Players get a fixed percentage of league revenue, about 48%. The rest goes to the owners. So even if a team loses and attendance drops, the salary cap keeps player costs predictable. The owners can't overspend. They can't get into bidding wars. The cap protects them from themselves. And it ensures that even a poorly run franchise stays profitable because the system limits their downside. Part 6. Local sponsorships and media deals. Let's move to local revenue. This is where teams actually differentiate themselves. Local sponsorships, radio deals, regional TV contracts. These aren't shared. But even here, losing teams make money because they're still the only game in town. Take a team like the Cincinnati Bengals. They've had plenty of bad seasons, but they're still the only NFL team in Cincinnati. Local businesses still want to be associated with them. Banks, car dealerships, grocery chains. They sponsor the team because it's the biggest brand in the city, not because the team wins, because it exists. In most NFL cities, there's no competition. No other major sports league offers the same reach, the same audience, the same cultural dominance. So even bad teams command premium sponsorship rates. They're a monopoly within a monopoly. Part 7. The Franchise Valuation Loop. Here's where it gets really interesting. NFL team values keep going up every single year. It doesn't matter if the team wins or loses. The average NFL franchise is now worth over $5 billion. 20 years ago, that number was under $1 billion. Why? Because NFL franchises are scarce assets. There are only 32 of them, and the league rarely expands. So demand is infinite, supply is fixed. When an NFL team goes up for sale, billionaires line up to buy it. Not because it's a good football team, because it's a good investment. The Washington Commanders were a disaster on the field for years. They just sold for $6 billion. The Carolina Panthers haven't been competitive in years. David Tepper bought them for $2.3 billion in 2018, already worth over $4 billion. Owners don't need wins, they need time. The value goes up regardless. Part 8. The Debt Playbook. Now let's talk about how owners finance these purchases. Most people think billionaires pay cash. They don't. They borrow. The NFL allows owners to finance up to $1 billion of the purchase price. Why does that matter? Because it lets them use the team's revenue to pay off the loan. And the interest on that loan is tax deductible. So they're buying an asset that's guaranteed to appreciate. They're using the team's own income to pay for it, and they're getting a tax break while doing it. It's financial engineering at the highest level. Even a losing team generates enough revenue to service the debt and still turn a profit. The owner isn't gambling. They're leveraging a monopoly with a guaranteed income stream. It's one of the safest bets in business. Part 9. The Relocation Leverage. Here's the nuclear option: relocation. When an owner wants more money, they threaten to move. The city freaks out. Politicians promise tax breaks, new stadiums, infrastructure improvements, anything to keep the team. And if the city says no, the owner moves, and another city pays even more. The Raiders left Oakland for Las Vegas. The Chargers left San Diego for Los Angeles. The Rams left St. Louis for Los Angeles. In every case, the owner came out richer, even if the team kept losing, because the move unlocked new revenue streams, new stadiums, new markets, new sponsorship deals. The threat of relocation gives owners leverage over two cities at once, the current city and the next one. It's extortion, but it's legal, and it's incredibly profitable. Part 10. The Global Expansion Play. Finally, let's talk about the future. The NFL is going global. Games in London, games in Germany, games in Mexico. Why? Because the domestic market is saturated. Every team already prints money. But international expansion opens up new revenue streams, new TV deals, new sponsorships, new merchandise markets. And here's the key. This revenue will be shared. So even teams that never play overseas will get a cut. The Jacksonville Jaguars play in London every year, but when the NFL signs a 10-year deal with a European broadcaster, every team benefits. Losing teams in small markets get paid for games they didn't play in countries they've never visited. It's the same playbook. Socialize the revenue, privatize the profits. The NFL is building a global monopoly, and every owner, winner or loser, is getting richer. So here's the truth. The NFL isn't a sports league. It's a business empire designed to eliminate risk. Revenue sharing, salary caps, stadium deals, merchandise pools, franchise scarcity, global expansion. Every piece of the system protects owners from the consequences of losing. You can draft poorly, hire bad coaches, alienate your fan base, and still make hundreds of millions of dollars every single year. Because the NFL doesn't reward winning, it rewards ownership. The fans think they're watching competition. The owners know they're running a cartel. And as long as people keep watching, the money keeps printing. Winning is great for legacy, but losing is just fine for profit. If you want to understand how modern American business really works, don't look at Silicon Valley. Look at the NFL. It's the greatest monopoly ever built. If this opened your eyes to how the system really works, hit that subscribe button.